ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan T here, and today we're going to be reviewing Spiral.
Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Alright, ghouls and gals, I just got back from watching Spiral. I seen it with both my eyes. I was there, I was present, I was in the holy temple known as the Cinemark Theater, and I have to say, I spiraled out of control during that fucking movie. That movie was making me spiral into fucking madness because it was so utterly bad, utterly predictable. It seemed like a cinematic fucking, not a cinematic, a Cinemax porno. And then I slowly started to realize that's how all the Saw movies are. I went into this film with some sort of weird, like, poo-poo head, caca pee-pee head, like, nostalgia, because I remembered these movies from when I was a kid. They came out for a brief period of time every fucking Halloween, and I love horror movies. I was into horror movies as a kid and stuff, and so I would go and watch these movies every Halloween that they'd come out. And as an adult, like last week I rewatched some of the Saw movies, and I started to realize, like, all of the Saw movies are filmed really fucking, like, kind of shitty. Like, they have this weird brown, like, grainy tint over them, and that carries over to the Spiral movie. But I will say, the Saw Spiral movie, this incarnation of it, this reboot, or this Chris Rock version of it, or whatever this is, it does have the most, like, cinematic feel out of all the Saw movies. It does look the most like a movie, but it still has that kind of, like, porny, like, you know what I'm talking about, like that back in the day, like, cable TV, like, Cinemax fucking porn that's kind of, like, grainy, and, like, the acting isn't bad, but it's not good. It's just, like, something's off and not right, and, like, not a good way. Like, it's just off and not good. That's a Spiral for you. And, speaking of the acting in this film, Chris Rock, who I was really interested to see be introduced into the Saw, like, I guess, universe or franchise, if you want to call it that. For him being, like, the novelty that they were using to sort of like push this movie, it kind of falls flat. Chris Rock, like, doesn't really do a whole lot in the movie. Like, yeah, he's the main character and stuff like that, but as far as acting wise, he needs to change his name to fucking Chris Wood, because motherfucker was as wooden as a fucking, like, tree branch or something, dude. This motherfucker, the way that he would react to stuff, he'd be like, huh? What? We gotta find the jigsaw killer? And it was just like, what the fuck? It was just like, what the fuck? And I can take him seriously. I've seen Chris Rock in other serious movies, but it feels like he didn't know whether he wanted to be like a comedic Chris Rock or like a serious Chris Rock, and he was trying to meet like somewhere in the middle, and he ended up just sounding like the fucking zebra from Madagascar. He'd be like, huh? There's a jigsaw copycat killer on the loose? I gotta go meet with my dad? And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And the film is super fucking predictable. Right away you meet Chris Rock's new partner in the film, and you're just kind of like, oh, right? Yeah. And the movie, like, tries to, like, think it's, like, really clever, and, like, it does the thing at the end where, like, everything's like, they do that, like, thing, and it's like a flashback, and then it's like showing, like, what actually really happened, or what happened from, like, a different perspective, and you're kind of just like, yeah, I know, like, you're not that clever. Like, yeah, I figured this out, like, in the fucking beginning of the movie. Like, literally, I was sitting down, I was watching the movie with my girlfriend, and I was like, hey, like, yeah, right, that's the guy, yeah, and she was like, yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? I almost wanted to walk out of the fucking movie, because towards the end of the movie, I was just like, oh, I already know what's gonna fucking happen, and, like, a lot of other people in the movie theater had that same, like, fucking anxious, like, just hurry up and end, like, end already, end. I'm not saying that the film was fucking terrible, because it kind of isn't. It's just really, like, bland, predictable, and nothing... How do I put this? Like, nothing the film does really just justifies its existence. Like, this film didn't really even have to happen. It's not a reboot. It's not really a sequel. It's literally just, like, a story from that universe. Like, it's literally just some person that was just kind of like, oh yeah, y'all remember Jigsaw? The guy from 10 years ago? yeah, I'm gonna go kill some people and I'm just gonna like be him. And like we've already done that though. We've done that in the Saw movies. We've had Jigsaw copycat killers. I mean, Jigsaw died in the third fucking Saw movie. That should have been the end of them. That should have been the end of Saw, the third one, when Jigsaw dies. We only ever want to watch these movies if they have fucking Tobin Bell, aka the actual Jigsaw killer. And this film tries to like shoehorn him in. They have like a picture of him like on the side, and Chris Rock's like, yeah. And like that's like all it is. But yeah, if you're a diehard Saw fan, you'll probably like this movie. I've seen a lot of people that are like diehard Saw fans that are just like, oh, it's so good. It's the best Saw movie in the whole entire franchise, which no, it isn't. The best one is the first one, and you need to stop lying to yourself. Stop the cap. Just stop. Because Saw Spiral, or Saw Spiral from the Book of Saw, is not a worth it watch, ghouls and gals. I cannot recommend this movie. I would recommend that you wait and watch this movie on HBO Max, because I'm pretty sure it's going to go to HBO Max, because it's I think they have a partnership with HBO Max, because all of these Saw movies right now are on HBO Max. And let's see what we got somewhere here in the chat. Bob's Adventures, Bob doing Twitter. Alright, whatever, Bob. Sorry, whatever. Cool, man. Cool for you. But yeah, Spiral, is it worth it? Do you need to go out to the theater and risk coronavirus to go and watch it? No, I suggest you do not go and do that. You should go and risk your life to go watch a way cooler movie. Go watch Army of the Dead, or go wait for Army of the Dead to come out on Netflix. We just wait for any other cooler movie to be at the movie theaters, because Saw, Spiral, whatever the fuck this movie is called. Speaking of Spiral, this is like the third movie that's going to be titled Spiral. Like, they even wrote an article about it on one of those entertainment websites, theryantshow.com, where they talk about that this is like the third film that's being called Spiral this year. Well, there you have it, ghouls and gals. Spiral from the Book of Saw is not a worth it watch. You heard it here first on the Ryan T Show. I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, I'll see you in a little bit, because I'm going to be reviewing Those Who Wish Me Dead, starring Angelina Jolie. So stay tuned and check out that video.